Sorry. Is that okay
Yes.
for my?
Yeah, you're totally fine.
All right, let me pull up my iPad here. So you work at an orthodontist office?
Orthopedics. I'm with Revere Health Orthopedics, and I schedule for 6 surgeons, and it's just chaotic.
Where is it out of?
My office is in North Orem by Timpanogos Regional.
Okay. Do you live in Orem or Springville?
No, I live in Spanish Fork.
Okay. Spanish Fork. Cool. All right, so we're right on the border of Spanish and Springville.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're off to a good start. We have another gym in Orem right off of 400 North, so that's what I was asking.
Oh.
Okay, Kylie. So what I'm kind of hoping is like 30-ish minutes. Do you have 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. To kind of get to know you a little bit better, particularly what's worked well and what hasn't in the past, to make sure we would be a good fit for the challenge, and then we can kind of talk Q&A on the challenge and all those details. Cool?
Okay. Yeah.
So first off, you saw probably our ad on Facebook or Instagram, I'm assuming.
Yes.
What stuck out to you? What made you say like, hey, I'm interested? What are you hoping we can help you accomplish?
So as of recent, I've just been trying to get back into things. Like I've lost 80 pounds by myself, and
Congratulations.
Thanks. And I'm 33, I'll be 34, and I'm just noticing my body doesn't react the same to things as it did before. So my old techniques that I know worked aren't really working the way they used to. So I'm like, well, I don't really know what to do. I know that I had started doing like macros, like counting macros and stuff. Just finding the numbers that work for me is where I'm really struggling. Either it's too little or it's too much. So I can't find that sweet spot. And I know you have to play around with it, but I'm like at a loss because there's so much information on the internet, and some of it is like ridiculously incorrect. And then some of it is like half true. So I'm like, I just need someone that knows what they're talking about. And yeah, and then I'm trying to go like anti-inflammatory, like I'm trying to cut certain things out because I was recently diagnosed with arthritis in my knees. So it's like, cool. And I'm only 33. So I'm trying to like save my knees. And I know by losing weight, it's really going to help alleviate that. And so anyway, so I'm just trying to find like a really great program that I know I can stick to. And like the gym sometimes gets overwhelming, and I just have been doing the same old. And I am so scared to venture off because I'm scared I'm going to hurt myself, or I'm like wasting my time in the gym. That's just what I feel like I'm doing at this point.
Okay, so much to unpack here, and I'm glad you are so transparent. This is great. First off, just amazing. You've lost 80 pounds on your own. That's like amazing. So let's just get some quick stats really fast, and then we'll unpack some of those things. How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
5'8". And I don't know if I'm taking some notes here.
No, you're
okay. 5'8". What are you weighing in at currently?
272.
Okay. 272. So when we started on this journey, you were right around 350, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have we been staying at 270, floating around that number?
It's been about a solid year. Like I'll lose and then I kind of creep back up. And right now I'm creeping back up.
Okay.
So I've maintained for about a year.
Okay.
So I know how to maintain. That's great. That's good, I guess.
Yeah. Well, honestly, 80 pounds, Kylie, is just like phenomenal. Okay. So what worked the first time around?
It was the macros.
Okay.
It was like, well, I did Beachbody and I did the 2B mindset where it was like I was replacing a lot of things with vegetable alternatives. So I was really like, I was eating a crap ton of vegetables above anything else. And that worked for a little bit. That got me to lose like 30 pounds. And then after that, it just wasn't working. So then one of the girls on my softball team was telling me about macros, like counting macros. So I really started looking into it, and that, like, the numbers I figured for myself, I was doing, I think it was like 30, 30,
40.
yeah, 30, 30, 40. And that worked. It got the 50 pounds off. So I'm like, oh,
So cool.
this is the way to go. Like, I know, because I don't feel like I'm cheating. I'm not like, I can maintain this for the rest of my life. Like, easy, no problem. I can look at foods right now and be like, that's not going to fit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to plan on having some cake tomorrow. So I'll probably not have this for lunch and just do like a salad
Cool.
or something, or,
Cool.
you know,
Yeah.
but like the macros is what really got me. But now that I just keep fluctuating, and I'm just like, I don't know what numbers, I don't know what it, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you came to the right place. I'm just trying to figure out it better, because so part of the 6-week challenge is you're going to have your own nutritionist, and this nutritionist is just a 10 out of 10, where it only gets better as time goes on, because not only are you developing a relationship, but we're learning, like, okay, these things cause pain. And when we have these foods, it inflames the knees, like you were worried about. Or when we have these foods, you feel like throwing up in a workout, or you feel bloated, or you like all those things. Or when we're having this kind of percentage of a macro breakdown, we're not losing weight at the rate we want it to be losing. So there's so many variables to play around with.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's time that you kind of have a professional on that front, at least. So it sounded like, though, you're in a routine with exercise as well. Is that right?
Kind of. My knees, I've had some flare-ups lately. I'm actually going to have cortisone injections today because they're so stiff, and I play softball, and I'm so dedicated to my teams that I'm like, no, I need to be able to run. Like, so I'm getting injections today, and I know that those have worked in the past where I can do my squats. Lunges I've never been able to do. They hurt. I can do reverse. I can't do forward.
Okay.
But so anyway, so for some reason, like with that, I just was like, oh, I can't go to the gym now. When in reality, I'm like, I could have worked upper body. I could do core. I could go on the treadmill or on the bike or something that's low impact on my knees. But instead, mentally, I'm like, nah, I can't do it because my knees are out.
Okay. This is great. I'm also on a softball team, and that it's softball or bust for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We play on Thursday nights. Is it a Spanish Fork League?
So I play on Thursday nights in Spanish Fork, and then Tuesday night, or no, other way. I play Tuesday nights in Spanish Fork, and then Thursday nights in Payson. So I have 2 teams.
How fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it fair to say that we're not in a current routine of exercising currently outside of the 2 days a week softball? Okay.
Currently, yeah.
Okay. All right. So we've lost 80 pounds. We're at 272 pounds currently, give or take, depending on the day. Sounds like we have some really good habits surrounding food. Like, if I'm going to have some cake, then I know, like, maybe I shouldn't eat this leading up to it, kind of things like that,
Yeah.
which is awesome. What we haven't really nailed in is the exercise component, and that's going to change everything. So nutrition's the hardest. You've already done the hardest part. We're going to dial in a couple of things over time, which will make things easier. But we want to be able to do forward lunges. We want to be able to run without cortisone shots, all those things.
Yes.
And it's just going to help the weight just slip off. So I'm just curious from your perspective, like, why is it important to lose the weight? It's like, you've been maintaining this weight for about a year. You have some good habits. How does your life get impacted?
Well, I mean, I've learned like slowly I've learned some stuff about like my family's like health history, and both sides of my family have heart stuff. So
Okay.
I'm freaked out about that. So I'm like, I don't want to deal with that when I get older. Like, so if I can at least get myself to a healthy weight in a healthy spot physically, I know that that's going to help
Yeah.
as much as it can. You know what I mean? Um, that and then just like mentally wise, like just being healthy and being active is like, I know that that is so good for me. Like I just feel so good and I'm so happy. And I want to be strong. Like I just want to be a strong person. I don't care. Like I'm not so much focused on the number on the scale. It's more so my physique and like my measurements. I just want to be a strong, abled person that doesn't have restrictions. Like, you know, if I have kids down the line, I want to keep up with my kids or my nieces and nephews. I have tons of them and I want to keep up with them and I want to keep active for as long as I can. I don't want to be that person that like is down and out by, 50. I want to keep trucking for the long haul. I want to be that 70-year-old lady that's lifting weights and like
Yes. And playing
doing cool
softball.
stuff. Yeah, I want to play softball forever.
Okay, this is great. Like, honestly, you have so many reasons what to do it to keep you motivated. The reason I was curious is a 6 week challenge or 42 days is short enough to be motivated, but it's long enough to get some curveballs thrown at you or rise balls.
Yeah.
And when those happen, it's helpful for us to know, like, okay, Kylie really wants to, she's doing this because she wants to be happier and she wants a stronger physique where she can run around with her nieces and nephews, or if the time comes and she wants to have kids, that she can have kids. Those things
Yeah.
are important, and they'll kind of motivate you during the hard times.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have seen some incredible transformations during the 6 week challenge. For you, what would be marked as a success? If you were to fast forward 6 weeks from now, what would you say, like, yes, that was a success?
Honestly, being able to do it's gonna sound dumb. Being able to do a burpee, like a real burpee, and
Okay.
not having to modify it. Just like being able to go through the motions that I feel like regular people can go through without having to modify. I just want to move my body like without
Yes.
making modifications.
Totally agree. And I love it. All right. That's going to be the goal. As part of the challenge, we have so the number on the scale is not important to you. We've kind of discussed that, but we want to lose some additional weight.
Yes. Yes.
We have a weight loss guarantee, but it needs to be in line with what you believe is achievable.
Yeah.
In 6 weeks, from a weight loss perspective, what would be a success?
6 weeks. What's 6 times 12? Well, I mean, lose, anywhere from like 12 to 15 pounds. Cause I feel like that's 2 pounds a week.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like, quote unquote, a healthy, but I know the heavier you are, sometimes it just kind of starts melting off pretty quick in the beginning. So I don't know. I would think like 12, 15 pounds.
So if you weighed in at 259 in 6 weeks from now, would you be pumped, or would you be like,
Oh, no, I would be so happy.
okay. Okay. So that's going to be the goal. I'll kind of talk more about it too. You're going to get a burpee in 6 weeks. It's going to be awesome. We're going to celebrate and do whatever you want to do to celebrate. But I guess my last question for you, Kylie, is if you had a magic wand, knowing what you know about yourself and reaching goals that you've achieved in the past, what needs to happen in order for you to be successful? What would the ideal program look like for you in order to stay on track and be successful?
What's the ideal program? I mean, I don't think it's like program wise. I think I need to get out of my own way. Um, but I mean, honestly, like macro, I think macros all the way is like it for like, I'm willing to try other stuff, right? That I haven't tried before, but I really feel like macros is like so realistic.
Yeah.
Um, and lifting, I love lifting heavy stuff. Like that is just my jam. So like macros combined with like heavy lifting, like if I could do like power lifting type stuff, that would be awesome.
Totally. Okay.
Or even just like supersets, like doing in supersets would be cool. Just lifting. I love lifting.
Hey, you know your stuff. Most people don't know what a superset is. Okay.
My sisters are all
Into it.
yeah.
Okay, so based on the success you've had so far, the way you track and currently eat macros, but that we're kind of scared of hurting ourselves at the gym, that we're frustrated a little bit, or not frustrated, but a little freaked out about like heart health, given that it runs in the family, and that you want to be happier and more strong abled person for a variety of reasons, both the nieces and nephews and potentially kids on your side. I think honestly that you would be a perfect fit for our program. So I'm going to jump into kind of the details of it, and then you can ask any questions, obviously, as we chat about it. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Cool. So we've done this for years now, and what we've learned over the years is there's three primary pillars for any individual to be successful. The first is exercise, the second is nutrition, and the third is accountability. Okay, so the exercise component, everything you do when you come into our gym, we're going to do some powerlifting and we're going to do some other kinds of lifting, but it's all going to be focused on building muscle, because muscle burns fat 3 times faster than cardio will. And so as we are getting stronger, we're going to be able to slip off the weight or shed the fat faster than if we just did like long cardio sessions. That's not to say, however, that we're going to avoid cardio at all costs. We're going to do some walking and jogging. We're going to do some rowing. We're going to do a little bit of biking. We're going to do some other things like that will get the heart rate up, so that as the heart rate's up, we can lift additional weight, and that will kind of burn the fat off as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All of our sessions are primarily done in small group settings. Do you prefer to exercise, or would you prefer to exercise in the morning or afternoon?
I've done both. I like afternoon. Like how late in the afternoon?
So you play softball Tuesdays and Thursdays, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to interfere with softball. So we would do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday we could do 4:30 or we could do 5:30.
Yeah, 5:30. I could
Okay.
do 5:30.
Work wouldn't go late normally.
No, I could, because I can just plan it to where I leave like at 4:45 or whatever.
Okay. All right. So with the first pillar being exercise, the rule that we say is you've got to come in 3 times a week for the next 6 weeks. Could you commit to that?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And then we're going to lead you through everything. We're going to say, like, this is how we're going to modify a jump rope today, or instead of doing a burpee, we're going to do this instead. Like those things, we're going to lead you by the hand the whole step of the way.
Okay.
And the nice thing is I'm here a lot in the evenings in Springville, so I'll see you a lot too.
Okay, cool.
Okay, the second pillar is nutrition. We love macros. You're going to continue to do macros. Okay. We're not, if that's been working for you in the past, we're not going to change it. We might play around with the macros, or we might focus on we might start with like foods that fall under carbohydrates or primarily fats or primarily proteins, and just say, like, if it's on the list, eat it. If it's not on the list, don't eat it. And we'll get more like sophisticated, if you will, as time goes on. But as long as you're transparent with your nutritionist, we can get as detailed as you want, as quickly as we want.
Okay.
Cool. The only real component to the nutrition side of things is like, it's sometimes frustrating. Maybe you've experienced like a neighbor says like, hey, I lost 15 pounds on a juice cleanse, or I lost 13 pounds doing keto. Like, I'm sure you've heard those things, right?
Yes.
The problem with that is those kinds of diets work and they don't work. And what I mean by that is every individual is a little bit different. And so
Mhm.
what we need to figure out is for Kylie, given this situation, because when she was at 350, the body's different than it is now at 270, which is going to be different when it's down to 205.
Yeah.
And we need to figure out how to manipulate some of the variables so you continue to get healthier as time goes on. So all we say is we're going to deliver you a nutrition plan. And if you want to make tweaks to it, suggest them or say like, hey, I like this or I don't like this. It's our responsibility to tailor it to you. But once you say, yes, I like it, then you have to follow it. Could you do that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So just following the nutrition plan. We'll schedule that here in a minute. Okay, and the last one's accountability. So accountability is you and me talking about all this, and then me saying, okay, good luck, Kylie. You've got 6 weeks. Go lose 12 pounds, 13 pounds. That's not what we're going to do. Instead, we're going to implement like 3 layers. You're going to have a trainer who's going to be in here with you Monday, Wednesday, Friday. His name's Felipe. Super awesome. Brazilian guy, more kind than you've ever, like, nicer than any American.
Okay.
He's going to reach out to you periodically, like, hey, how are your knees doing? Or like, I noticed yesterday that we did this instead of that. Is that like, how are you feeling today because of it? Because you have a life outside the gym. We don't want to affect what you're doing in the gym with life. The second accountability component is going to be Carly. Carly is going to check in with you at least at a minimum 3 times a week. And those check-ins are primarily to cover over like the other 23 hours of what's not in the gym. So
Yeah.
like work-life balance, maybe you hurt yourself playing softball, maybe like the stress or anxiety or sleep, like all those things. What other things are happening in your life that might be contributing to the weight loss or not the weight loss? And how do we coach around it? Make sense?
Yeah.
The third one will be like a social accountability component where you're going to have some other friends around your age group and with similar goals, and they'll check in with you, you check in with them. That won't be scripted or like certain times during the week, but you'll have some like a social component to keep you accountable as well. The only like rule again to that pillar is when we reach out, we just hope that you respond to us. Pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you had those 3 things really dialed in for the next 6 weeks, the exercise, the nutrition, and the accountability, do you foresee any reason why we couldn't lose 13 pounds in the next 6 weeks?
No. Because if I'm staying on it and I'm holding myself accountable and like, I know I have people checking in and I am transparent and honest about what's going on, there should be no reason why I wouldn't lose the weight.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad to hear that because you will lose the weight. You deserve to lose additional weight. Like, I'm so excited for you. We've had amazing transformations of people losing like 30 to 35 pounds. So I wouldn't put yourself like, we're totally going to crush 13 pounds, but that's the goal right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess the last couple things is we used to do the same challenge when we kind of dialed it in 2020 before COVID hit. And in 2020, for the same exact thing that we're doing now, we used to charge $1,200. We had 52 people start, and of the 52 people who started, 49 people reached their goal in under 6 weeks. The other 3 people reached it on week 8, which was awesome. But we were really psyched about that. Like, wow, everyone reached their goal in 8 weeks or less. The majority of them reached it in under 6 weeks. But then COVID hit. So we stopped the challenge. We let COVID do its thing. And in 2021, we decided, okay, let's do the same exact challenge, but let's make it for free and do a free 6-week challenge because everyone was hit financially from COVID. So we were excited because 3 times the amount of people started with us, 148 started. But of the 148, only 17 finished. I know it sucked, right? 16 of the 17 reached their goal in under 6 weeks, But for 17 to stick to a plan for 6 weeks out of 148, when nothing changed from 2020 to 2021, it was just an eye opener to us that if there's no skin in the game from 2020 to 2021, then people just have like a curveball's thrown and they fall off the bandwagon. So what we've done this year is we've taken the best of both worlds and we've simply just, and it's been awesome. We have a 94% success rate. All we do is collect an accountability deposit in the beginning, half of what it used to be. So it's $5.99 and you receive that credit, or sorry, that deposit in full for any kind of future membership you want moving forward in the future for us to eventually get down under 200 pounds. And it serves as a discount moving forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And what we've seen with that is 9 out of 10 people are reaching their goal in 5 weeks. So we're like super pumped about it.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, I can obviously answer them, but I know I told you 30 minutes. I wanted to be able to schedule your nutrition appointment at some point later this week because the challenge starts officially next Monday.
Okay.
Are you leaving town or foresee anything in the next 6 weeks where you wouldn't be able to come into the gym?
No.
Okay. All right. So on Thursday, could we do with Carly? Are you available at 1:15 by chance for a Zoom
On
call?
Thursday? Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to schedule that with Carly. I'm going to send you an email that says, in fact, because you didn't get my email last time.
Right.
Is it kmitch1589?
Yeah.
Okay. At gmail.com. Is there a period or punctuation or anything in there?
It's k.mitch
Okay.
1589.
All right, that was the issue. Okay, so I'm going to send you this. Let me just, if you can confirm really fast with me, whoops, that you get this email.
Yeah, I got it.
Awesome. Okay, so there's like 6 or 7 steps there.
Mhm.
At some point today, just go through those, or not today, but some point before Thursday.
Okay.
And there's other things you'll want to do. So obviously we'll get you your nutrition plan. We'll dial it in on Thursday. If you want like new pair of tennis shoes or some like workout clothes or things like that, you obviously have time to get it and make it happen. And then I'm going to introduce you virtually to Felipe so that when you come in next Monday, Felipe knows who you are. He kind of knows what you look like and things like that.
Okay.
Cool. You excited?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm stoked.
Okay, so let's get this started. I'm going to send you, it takes me like 15 more minutes, but I'm not going to do it while on the phone with you, just so you can get back to work. I just need a couple of quick pieces of information from you. And then
Okay.
you'll get 2 more emails from me later today. Just disregard those emails until Thursday.
Okay.
Okay. Really fast, what is your street address?
It's 3488
Uh-huh.
Fairway Lane.
Wait. It's
Spanish Fork.
What's the zip code there?
84660.
Okay. And then your birthday?
January 5, 1989.
Cool.
And then question for you.
Yeah.
I get paid next Thursday. Would I be able to put the deposit down next Thursday?
Totally.
Like, cause I can like give you guys my card info and everything so you know it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so you know it's legit.
Yeah, we can do that. I'm glad you say
Okay.
that. We do it all the time. Like whenever people get
Okay.
paid, we change it.
Okay.
Is it a debit or a credit card?
It would be a debit.
Okay. All right. I am ready when you are.
Okay, let me get it because I have a screenshot of my card number. Hold on. It is okay. It's 5557.
Yeah.
5300
Okay.
1118
Yeah.
3698.
Okay.
And then the expiration is 2/26. And then,
CVC.
go ahead, sorry.
Sorry, the CVC.
It is 408. And then the name on the card is my married name. It's so the last name is spelled IOS for Sam, UE.
How do you pronounce that? UC?
Yosue.
Yosue. Sorry.
Yeah.
And is the zip code the 84660?
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll just charge $9 today. And then it'll charge the
Okay.
remaining next Thursday. You want it?
Okay. Yeah.
Is $9 okay?
Tyler, I'm broke, man. I mean, tomorrow I'll have $9 because I have a deposit coming in.
Okay, I'm just gonna drop it down.
I'm like, I just paid some big bills.
Yeah. Okay. It just needs to process something. So I'm gonna drop it down to like 50 cents and then have it
Okay.
processed tomorrow.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Yeah.
Okay, and then you'll get 2 more emails from me tonight. If you have any questions, you have my phone number. But moving forward, all communication is going to happen on Slack, which you have in that email now. So
Okay.
the sooner you download that, the quicker we can start communicating and getting ready for Monday.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay, Kylie, let's 13 pounds at a minimum, but we're going to crush that goal, and we're going to get a burpee in the next 6 weeks. So get excited because
Oh, I'm so excited.
most people don't love burpees, but you'll learn to love them.
I'm like, I want to so bad because I know that it's like a whole body thing.
Totally.
I want to do it so bad.
Yeah. Okay, right on. Okay, wait, I don't have the date on that. So that's going to be on the 20th. Oh, that'll be on the 1st, September 1st, right?
What?
You don't want the card to run until September 1st?
It would be the 25th.
Okay.
That's when I get paid.
Oh, so it's this Thursday. Oh, wait, no. Nope, you're right.
Next Thursday.
Okay, you're right.
I'm also scared me. Yeah, next Thursday.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Kylie. We will see
Awesome.
you So Carly on this Thursday at 1:15, and then I'll see you in the gym next Monday.
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
Bye.